Hi, this is Fran Torsen, and we are going to create a video outro and call to action with Easy Animator Pro. You can also create the same project using Easy Animator Lite. The Lite version is a little lighter on features, but you can accomplish this nonetheless. So here's the video we're going to make, and let's get to it. Well, the first thing I want to do is start with a fresh canvas. I'm going to remove what I have on the canvas right now, and we have a blank. We're going to make a very simple outro, picture, logo, contact information, and call to action. All right, let's start by importing a picture. Here's where you'll have your head and shoulder shot, or your full body shot, or whatever picture it is that you would like to use of yourself. And I'm just going to put that over here. I'm using a standard scene size for a regular video. I'll probably make him a little bit bigger. I should really shift when I do that, so I keep the... That's a little tip. Hit the shift button when you are sizing your pictures, making them smaller or larger, and you'll constrain the proportions. So here we have our head and shoulders. Now we want our logo. Okay, so let me make a little point here also, all right? I have spoken in the past about using SVG images versus PNG images. In both of these cases, for the picture of the agent as well as the logo here, I'm using PNG graphics. And you can use PNG graphics very, very easily. The advantage you have with the SVG in Easy Animator is the ability to break it apart and put it together. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that with all of your images. So don't make yourself crazy, looking for PNGs or converting to PNGs. Can we convert this to a PNG and then break it apart and pull it together? Absolutely, you can do that. If you want to spend the time and you want to learn how to create SVG images and do that, that's great. And I'll be doing some more training about that in the near future. But for all intents and purposes, as I say very often, less is more sometimes. Don't worry about. So now let's add some text to the page. First thing I'm going to do though is add the call to action. There's going to be a nice big call to action at the top. How about just something simple? Call me today. And you know what? I think I may try to match that logo text a little bit. You see, and the logo text and these bands around the world are quite neat. So I think I'm going to do that. I can go to text properties here, and I can make this lots bigger. I can do that either by working with those boxes, or I can just go in here. I can work with that, or I can just insert a number to that box. So I can say, call me today. That's a simple call to action. All right, so now let's add our text information here. That is our contact's name and contact information. I already have that prepared in a notepad document. It's nice to do in advance. I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to insert the text over here. Make this black text, and I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm going to size it for most of the text. All right, I'm going to size this at about at a size that's going to work for most of the text, and then bring that over here. And I think that works for the address, for the telephone number, but I want to make Antoine's name larger. Now, one of your options, of course, working here is creating these lines one at a time and inserting them. But I created all of it in a block, and one of the reasons I did that is because in Easy Animator, both the Pro version that I'm using right now and in the Lite free version, you can break apart the text. You can break it apart by letters, words, or letters and words and lines in the Pro, and in lines in the Lite edition. And 9 times out of 10 lines is good. Again, I am a firm believer that less is more much of the time, and I don't like to go crazy with these. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to do it. So let's see. Let's move this around a little bit. So here we are. We can select any of these elements and move them where we like. All right. He has a rather long company name and his email address. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. All right, so that fits on the page better. I think that looks a little bit nicer, right? And these are about right. I want Antoine's name to be larger. And I'm going to click over here and let's bring his name up. And I think probably somewhere around 50, 60. That's good. All right. Now, of course, all of this text is customizable. You can make it any color you want. You can have any kind of call to action. So that's just a very, very simple call to action. And now we can animate it. So here's let's do a slight animation. Let's see what happens when we randomize it. Right? That's probably a bit much. I can randomize it again. Let me see if I do randomize it. That's definitely way too much. Let me see here on the presets. Again, it's cool, and sometimes people love a ton of animation here. I am such an advocate of less is more. That is silly sometimes, but you get the general idea. You can animate any one of these images any way you like. You can bring him in. What I would do, I would probably start him, bring him in from the right, and then just let him stay there. I don't even think I would have a pause animation there. And I think I probably on a call to action video that's at the end of your video, I don't think I would even have an exit animation. Again, this is totally up to you. I am a very, very simple type of animation person. I don't like to see it overdone too much. And then, of course, on the Pro, if you like, there are these underlay animations that some people like to use. I don't really use this a lot. These are just pop. You see, it just adds a little bit of a pop to your animation, and it goes away quickly. You can use these if you like. Let me see. I don't really need this one on, do I? I like to match the color when I do use them. I don't use them too much. I use these very, very sparingly. Again, some people use these massively and have great results with them. And this is an underlay animation feature in the Pro Edition. So here you go. I'd love to see some of the outros you create, and some discussion about this. I'm creating this video primarily for my friends at Active Rain. If you're using Easy Animator Lite or Easy Animator Pro, I'd love to see some samples of what you have in the comments below. You can insert a GIF file in your comments, an animated GIF file, and maybe we can get some discussion going, have a little bit of Q&A, and also some feedback on what you might be able to do to improve or take your video animations to the next level. So this is an animation you can use in your video compositor, in your video editor. So if you're using Camtasia or Screenflow, Final Cut Pro, Explaindio, or WeVideo, or any one of a number of video editors, this is an element. And you can create a whole bunch of scenes, and you can create an entire collection of elements for some really, really cute animated videos. And we'll be doing more of that in the days ahead. Have a great day, have fun with Easy Animator, and we'll talk to you soon.